Hey guys, what's going on, man? This is King Kachi back once again. And I know it's been like at least a year and change since my last platinum video where I talked about how the trade chat is, how it works, how it fluctuates, all this kind of stuff. But I never really talked about it as how to make platinum as like in the years go by, like in 2017 and but now we're in 2018, how to make platinum in this time frame, because as you all know, it's the new year. People want to know how to make platinum in this era of Warframe, because back then Warframe was completely different, the trade chat system was completely different, but now the trade chat has changed. It's not like how it used to be. It fluctuates at times, even by the minutes, by the hour, by the week, by the month, 6 months, so on and so forth. And as you can see, just by looking at the trade chat, you know what I mean. We never had a system where you could actually filter it out, which will make it easier for you to either want to buy, or if you're trying to sell something, you want to sell something, see what people are selling so you can just buy off of them. Or in this case, I'm seeing as to what people want to buy, so that I could message them and then see where their offer is, where they stand on this. In my video about a year and change ago, it practically put it on the map, put it on notice as to how people could make platinum on this game, and I did it in real time. I'm gonna do the same thing here, but it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna explain myself because as you all know, people in the chat, they're iffy. And they can also be slick in the same way. Because as you all know, pretty much on how I sell my things pretty much on the rarity. And I also go by how either good the weapon is or how bad the weapon is. If the weapon is average or bad or whatever, I'm not going to sell it for that much. If it's awesome, great, god tier, whatever you want to call it, the price is going to be up for it, because as you all know, some of these weapons, when you go to trade, it takes up 2 of your trades in order to complete the whole transaction, and people don't even take that into consideration. Axe Stiletto, Axe Bolto, which just came in the game, people want it for like 60, 70 plat. There's no point in me selling my set where I have to expend 2 of my trades to only get 70 plat out of it. And the Act Bolto Prime, as we all know, is one of the strongest secondaries, if not the strongest secondary weapons we have in this game. So, in order for you to make platinum in 2018, there's a couple of methods that you can do. And people have been using a number of sites on this. You could go to Nexus, or you could go to warframe.market. I'm going to put these sites in the description down below, but people look at those, they go by those, and it's okay in my opinion. The thing about it is that the prices are not fixed, they change. Because I was just looking at it just now, and I see Maiming Strike is 400 plat now, but yesterday it was 600. So I'm like, is it 400? Is it 600? So technically, on average, I'm gonna say it's like at least 425, 450 on average if people want to buy for Maiming Strike for that. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm just gonna go off of based on what Nexus said on their site, and let's see what happens with this whole Maiming Strike thing. So I'm just gonna say want to sell Maiming Strike. If you want to sell something, you just put want to sell Maiming Strike. You could leave it just like this and see how people, what kind of offers you get. This is what I like to do, but some people like to put the price down, like either 400 plat or whatever it is. So just for the sake of this, I'm just going to leave it open and see what happens, because you get offers from people, and Maiming Strike is one of those mods that people want in this time since the acolytes left and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna leave that in there, let it sit, let it marinate, all that stuff. And the thing about with trade chat is that I've been telling people, and it's like I said, I've been doing this for so long. I know how the trade chat works, how it fluctuates. This ain't BSing. It's the truth. You gotta have patience when it comes to the trade chat. I keep saying patience, but yeah, people don't take that into consideration. People think once you put it in, someone's gonna message you right off the bat. They want this from you and all that stuff. Most case scenarios, it's not gonna be like that. You're gonna have to put some time in the trade chat in order to get something back in return. So, just leave that there. Okay, this guy say he wants main make strike PM offer. I'm just gonna message him. He said he wants a maiming strike. Now, I'm going to say maiming strike 400. That's what Nexus said. That's not what I want to sell maiming strike for. I'm going off of the site. So, I'm just going to leave that there and see what he says. If he says no thank you, fine, whatever. Because my thing is there's always somebody else that wants maiming strike or whatever it is that you're trying to sell or at the time selling. This guy wants Hydroid, so I'm going to message him saying Hydroid Prime. You got to look at the chat and see what people want. And it all comes down to you whether you want to sell it to this person or not. Or you could go somewhere else and be like, okay, you know what? I could sell this, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to it. Let me go somewhere else. So I'm going to do this here. So he hits me up with a question mark. Hold on. I think... He says question mark. I'm going to say, you want Hydroid? This is the guy that said he wants Hydroid Prime. He said want to buy. So I don't know why he sent me up with that question mark for. Okay, so he said yeah. I'm going to say offer. Pretty much what offer means is that I want him to give me a number so that I can determine, okay, is it in the ballpark of what I want, or I could just say no thank you and go elsewhere. Okay, he says 90 plat, so that's reasonable. So I said, okay, I'll invite. Now, if you want to invite somebody to make this transaction, you need to be in a clan dojo, or you could go to your friend's dojo, let the friend invite the person that wants to buy it into the dojo. You make the transaction go as is. Now, normally when you do these kind of transactions, it's better to be in the dojo beforehand so you can just invite them right off the bat. Because usually when you take a little bit too much time nowadays, they tend to think, oh, this dude don't have it and all this kind of stuff. Let me go elsewhere. So you got to be quick with this. So I sent them an invite. I'm gonna send him another one, shit in case that he's lagging or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna close this tab, leave this one open, so whenever he does decide to pop up, you know, he'll just pop up. Here's another one that I probably want to try and sell as well. Mirage Prime. It says 100 plat on Nexus. I'm just gonna test 80 plat and see where that goes. Yeah, I would do that once Oberon Prime Systems. If you want to technically change the trade chat as far as with the filter system, you just gotta remove it, and then you could just have it open like so, and then you just see the trade chat move as, you know, fast, quick, all that kind of stuff. So now he denies my invitation. I don't know if he's lagging. I don't know if he found somebody else. I mean, like I said, it's better to be here beforehand. Now see, he wants to buy Main Strike for 70 plat. It's not gonna happen. He could have probably got it for that at the time, like at least a day before the Acolytes came, but it's like, nah, bruh. So you gotta find somebody else who is willing to give you Main Strike for that. See, now he's selling Main Strike for 250. Like I said, that's what I'm talking about. It fluctuates. I'm also looking at the time right now. It's 8:08. It's early in the morning. It's Thursday. Thursday. Here's the thing as far as with trade chat on the weekdays. Tuesday and Thursday are kind of like one of those weird days to try and sell, to try and go into trade chat and trying to sell stuff, because it's hard to get like a feel or a rhythm as to where people at as far as with their mindset in the trade chat. So it's kind of like a hit and miss at the end of the day. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, especially on the weekends, the trade chat kind of picks up a bit, especially on the weekends, because again, on the weekends, kids, people who've been working throughout the week, they have time to themselves. They're at home. They could go at the trade chat, or they could play the game much more freely versus how they don't have that much time on the weekdays. So that would be a good time to like work the trade chat, see where it is, sell some stuff before the weekday kicks again, and then it starts to slow down. You got to look at the clock, all this stuff. So you got to look at the chat in that sense. And on top of that, go on warframe.com, look at the forums, look as to where DE, as far as what they're trying to do, is like with the dev streams or prime time. Because again, when they start do like announcements, whether it's something coming into the game, where it's something going out of the game, it messes with the trade chat. So that kind of like changes the influence as to like, oh, if you're trying to make platinum at this time, as to what they said, it's going to influence people's perspective, and then it's going to change as to how they would like to sell their stuff. So you gotta keep in mind when it comes to that. So I'm gonna see if I can try and sell Oberon, Spira. I'm actually gonna throw a Nakana in there as well, because again, Nakana, Spira, and Saren, those are the frames that got those are the things that got vaulted. So I'm gonna try and see if I could try and sell those. I'm gonna message this guy because he may be trolling, or he may just trying to get some kind of attention. So let me see. He may want him max, but he just said prime continuity 170. So I don't know if he wants it max. He probably didn't even put it max, but he just has it there. I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna cancel this. So like I said, I just got into this, so it's like, yeah. So yeah, he says maxed. He didn't even say max. He just said prime continuity. I'm just gonna say I have unranked, even though I have one max, but I'm not gonna sell that because all he said prime continuity. Again, you need to be specific as far as with the trade check, because he just says prime continuity. People gonna take it as if you want it unranked. See how he said he wanted to sell prime pressure point max and prime reach max? He's letting people know that he's selling it max. It's not like he's saying prime continuity and this. Okay, he says he'll do 30 for unranked. Normally for prime mods, especially unranked, they go for like at least 50 plat. But since the trade chat, I said trade chat, blah. Since the void trader, Barrel keeps he keeps bringing it a number of times, it kind of crippled the value. So it's like, even though it's a 20 plat difference, I'm not gonna, you pretty much want to say I'm not sweating it, because again, it is prime continuity and he's gonna bring it back in some way, shape, or form. So see, I have like 3 extras left, so I could still make 30 plat off of this, and I could still keep going at the chat as is. And here's another thing when it comes to prime mods. It doesn't even matter about the platinum. It just matters about the credits. If he doesn't have the credits, then the 30 plat is pretty much useless in this transaction. So, alright. Now that he's here, I only have 9 trades left because I was hitting the chat like last night getting a whole bunch of deals. So, that's just what that is. Let me go all the way over to prime continuity. He has like what? Okay, he has 1,000,000 and change. 1,376,000. Alright. Alright. Oh, but it said trade failed. Hold on, let me go back in there. It will do that. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It'll be lagging at times. All right, so now it went through. So I'm gonna say thank you to him as always. Anytime when a transaction is done, I always say to the person thank you. If they say thank you to me and whatnot, it really doesn't matter to me. But if they do, it's cool. If not, it's fine. I want to say thank you regardless, because he could have went somewhere else and got prime continuity, but since he got it from me, I'm gonna say thank you to him. So done with that transaction. 30 plat, like, you know, it's only 8:14 early in the morning, but you know, 30 plat is 30 plat, you know, can't be all about it. So here's another guy. Let me see, he wants that Gorgon Wraith barrel. I have a barrel, so let me hit that dude up. What else? What else? I'm gonna put back here Oberon. All right, here's what I'm gonna do with this now. Since I'm gonna see if I can try and sell Oberon again. I'm gonna say Oberon 80 plat, and I'm gonna say Hydroid Prime 80. And I'm just gonna put it right there. So now I did something different here. Instead of me saying Oberon Prime and leave it open, I actually put like a plat number on it. So now people seeing that I put a number on it, they may say 75, they may say 70. You know, they'll give me their different offers. You know, just put it like that. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. And if somebody messages me, they message me. If they don't, they don't. I'm still gonna be surfing through the trade chat anyway. So this is how you gotta go at it. It's not like you could just go in and out. Because if you just stay in the trade chat and then you just leave after like 5 minutes, it's like you ain't gonna make next to nothing in here. It's like you'll be forced to buy PSN cards and all of that stuff. Hell no. You don't even need the PSN cards to make platinum. Honestly, you could just hit this up, because all it takes is one trade. So let me see here. He wants to buy Nova. It's a lot of things. Here's what I like to do as far as with me trying to make, I don't say chump change, but Trinity. It doesn't matter how she got, it doesn't even matter as far as how valuable Trinity is in the game, but just for the fact that she was so easy to get, a lot of people want Trinity. And if you come across a lucky person like I did yesterday who wanted her for like at least 120, 120 is an accomplishment for Trinity Prime if you sell her for that. But just like on the norm, like Trinity, I'll be going with my Trinities like at least 50. If you put 40, fine. Because again, I had so much sets, and I'm still trying to get rid of my sets anyway. So I'm just gonna go with that. Trinity Prime for that and that. And I was getting like weird offers yesterday when it comes to Trinity. A lot of people hit me up for Trinity because I put her for so low. Some said, a whole bunch of people said deals. Some said, oh, I'll give you 40 plat plus a Necro set. Those kind of deals, I'll take those as well. Because again, you're giving me a Warframe plus the platinum anyway. So you're talking about me taking up like at least 2 transactions right there, 2 trades. So that goes. So Trinity, if you have a whole bunch of Trinity sets, you could just sell her as is. See, he wants to buy Maiming Strike for 100. Tigris barrel. I'm gonna see if I can try and sell that to swag. So let me just put barrel right here. He's selling Tigris prime set for 75. It could work. I don't know if it'll work for this region. And here's another thing when it comes to the whole region thing. North America, as far as selling stuff in North America, it's like the cheap region zone is what I call it. Okay, he says invite. It's like the cheap region zone. This is why I be telling people, and I recommend them to go to the Europe region, because it's totally different. It's a totally different trade experience over there. Even though when people see what you put down, it may take them a while to actually message you, because again, I don't know if it's the time distance or whatever the case may be, but when they do message you, you hit them with your honest price for whatever it is that you're selling. If you take long to answer them, they'll realize that, oh, he's trying to make up a number to try and catch my attention. But if you give them a price right away, they'll know that, oh, okay, this guy knows what this is worth. He puts it down straight off, no BS. I could say yes or no, but since he messaged me so quick, it's like he knows. It's like, all right. So that's like the experience over there on the Europe side. Where's my Tigris barrels? Yeah, I have it's like 3 extras. So I'm giving him this barrel for 15 plat. So all I did was 2 trades, and I made 45 platinum just from me selling 2 things. So there that goes. And like I said, as always, thank the person. If he responds back, cool. If he doesn't, hey, it is what it is. But I always thank the person. As far as with selling things, as far as making platinum, another thing that you need to be mindful of is make sure you actually have sets of what you have. Some people like to keep missing stuff. Like a person was trying to sell an Akbolto yesterday, a set, but he was missing a receiver. He had 1. You need 2 receivers, 2 barrels, a link, and the blueprint. You need to make sure what you have. Okay. What the hell he said? He technically messed up my train of thought there. He says, wait, cannot refund. He said refund. Okay, he says that he needs the plat back. I'm a message almost like 4. To be honest with you guys, this is like the first time this has actually happened to me. He actually gave me the 15. Now he wants the 15 back. Silver and Aegis Prime. Let's see where he's going with this. If he's thinking okay. I don't know what he's trying to think as far as with the 15 plat to try and use to get silver and ages, but I don't think people are going to sell their silver and ages for no damn 15 if that's where he's going with this. That's why. Wow, he needs the plat for the catalyst. He needs to think ahead and as of course to this. Alright, okay. I mean, like I said, I never come across this before. So, alright, here you go. I'm paying my own damn shit back. Oh my god, it's like I need a catalyst. This is why I say you need to think ahead. But as far as with this, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever, man. Um, this man wants a Helios. Luckily for me, I have a Helios set. And people, I don't know as far as with how people think as far as with the Helios Prime, but I believe it's the Cerebrum that's the hardest part to attain. So you could try and get something for it. Sorry for wasting your time. I mean, like I said, man, it is what it is. It's like he just didn't think that he just didn't think far ahead. He just realized that he needs the thing, or he may just want the 15 plus so he could probably use it for something else. I don't really know. The bottom line is that he wanted his 15 plat back. I could be, I could be like those asses in the trade. Once they complete a trade, they'll just close the tab, leave the dojo, go right back, and pretend like whoever they last traded with, they just be like, "Who are you? I have no idea what you're talking about." Be all shady and whatnot. Like, this guy said, a lazy scrub who leeches in Kuva runs. Hey, you could just join randomly, not do anything, and still get the Kuva and be like, yeah, alright, it's all good. I mean, hey, Kuva is Kuva, man. I'm gonna say Trinity Prime PM offer. Now, as far as with the whole filter thing, since I'm seeing a whole bunch of sales, and for some people, it's kind of hard for them to see if anybody wants to buy. So, as like I said, you could just do this. Filter out all that mess. And once you filter all of that, you come back to here yet again. So, you gotta be able to know how to filter stuff out to fit your own niche, your own ways. He's selling Mirage for 80, Kogake for 200, Necros for 60. Prime continuity and flow. Here's the thing as far as with see with flow, I'll sell flow. I just sold prime continuity for 30 already, so I'm gonna he actually invited me to his dojo. It's for the Helios. I was wondering who's inviting me to their dojo. Because, like I said, once I hit somebody up, if they take some time to message me or whatever, I'm still going to be going at the trade chat regardless. If you sit there and wait for the person to respond, it may take them minutes and so on. You just going to be wasting, I won't say waste precious time, but you'll be wasting some time in waiting for that person where you could just use that time to look through the trade to see what other stuff that you could be selling. So I'm gonna hit this dude up. So it's like I said, he wants that Helios. So I'm gonna give him the said Helios. Where is it? Alright, there goes the systems. I have 4 of these sets, by the way, so I could keep selling the Helios for either 25 to 30 plat, but I believe he wants it for 25. So yeah, he wants it for 25. So I'm gonna put this in. Hit him up with that. Hopefully he doesn't say, "Oh, I need the 25 plat back." But I don't think that's gonna happen. Probably. I believe he wants the Helios. So right there, that goes. I'm gonna thank him, and I'm gonna leave the dojo since this isn't my dojo. Even if I want to do another transaction and whatnot with somebody else, I can't bring them into this dojo because it ain't mine. He would have to bring them in. So I'm not gonna be going through that kind of stretch or that kind of time with that. So I'm back here again. Glaive for that. Vectis receiver. I'm gonna go all the way down because again, when you're in the dojo and you go back to your ship and whatnot, it tends to leave you at the spot that you were actually at. It doesn't update itself to like the latest in the trade chat. So that's why I brought the tab down. So let me see. He wants glaive prime for 200. All I'm missing is another blade, and I could just sell my glaive set. So let me see. As far as with another thing that I actually have an Ancrios set. So I'm gonna see if I can sell that Ancrios for I'm just gonna say 130. I don't know where the Ancrios is as far as with the trade chat, but it falls in line with the whole Boltor, because again, these weapons they need two of something. So anytime when a weapon requires two of something, like two gauntlets, two blades, and all that stuff, you gotta factor that in as far as with the price. So you gotta be mindful of that. So here this goes yet again. I put that in. Let me see. Shit. I'm actually up here. I actually want to be down below here so that the tab could be like in like a darkish kind of feel. So Trinity Sand, Maiming Strike, and such. Good Opticore Riven. That's another way that you could make plat in this game. Well, technically in 2018, use your Rivens to your advantage. Because depending on the Riven, you can get a good amount of plat for it. But here this goes again, which I could never understand. I actually have a Scoliac Riven. It's good. I still use the Scoliac, but just by my build, it's good regardless of me using the Riven or not. The problem is that people want a negative on it. Maybe it's because of the disposition. I don't know. I already told them that the disposition for this Scoliac is 4 out of 5, so it's still strong regardless, because again, it has slash and range. A lot of people want a Scoliac that has range. I don't know why he wants a negative 4. I thought it was just based off of the stats and how it actually is, depending on the weapon. Especially for the Scoliac, if you add more range to it, it makes it much of a beast. And since it has slash anyway, my Scoliac has more slash on it based on the Riven. It's good to go. So if you want to sell a Riven, you just gotta type it in as this. You type Riven mod, put this in there. I didn't know how to do this at first until somebody told me, because what I used to do is to write out the whole thing. But once you put Riven mod in, it gives you that choice of, oh, okay, now you could actually select the Riven. And once you select it, there it goes. It pops up right there. So it's like you don't need to type it in. You can, you just don't have to. You just gotta put Riven mod, and then you could just select your Riven. If you put Riven mod, Riven mod, Riven mod, you select 3 Rivens, so on and so forth. So now he says hi and he says price. As far as for this, he says high price, so I'm just gonna say 600 for it. If he says no thank you, fine, whatever. I don't technically know as far as with the Rivens how it goes as far as selling it, so it is what it is. Alright, so he says no thank you. Hey, it's whatever, man. I could go to a site and look up as to a Scoliac Riven that has a high disposition like either mine, or just look at the stats as far as what people want. But even if you have the good stats, regardless of the Riven, it's hard to dictate how to sell them pretty much on the price, because people's you want to call it decision as far as what they want on a Riven, it's so it's so out there. Like, seriously, you cannot have a clear mindset of on what they want. Even if they tell you, it's like, you're not gonna know. Like, seriously, you're not gonna know. So it's best to just like what I did, just put it in just like that, and let people get back to you in regards to it. So now, since I have it like this, Riven mod, Riven mod, Riven mod, I could choose 3 Rivens. So now, since I did that, what I could do with this is put the Rivens that I want in there as far as for selling. So I could put back the same Skoliak, and then it puts me back here. I actually have an unrolled Gorgon Riven. Nobody actually wants this, so I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not touching the Strun. I'm not touching the Soul Bag. Those weapons are freaking awesome. Beast mode. Yeah, Volcar. There's a Cyril right there. The Penta one, I could put that in there as well, because again, that's technically like a god roll if you think about it. And now I'm gonna put this one there, which is an unrolled Dara Viscera, damage, fire rate. So I'm just gonna put those in there. See if anybody's even gonna message me on that or not. But Riven mods are a good way of selling to make platinum. It just depends on the Riven. If it's for a good weapon, all right, you're halfway there. As far as with the stats on it, it's anybody's guess, man. You could have like the best roll you think possible, but for somebody else, it's like the worst roll. And the weapon, how it works. You actually got a roll on it that takes advantage of its strengths, and they're like, nah. So I mean, again, when it comes to Rivens, that's why when people ask me how much does this Riven, how much can I get for this Riven and all that stuff, I'm like the wrong person you want to ask when it comes to that, because I don't even know. It's so weird and odd. Alright, he wants a darker Riven. I actually have a darker Riven. What you call it? It has critical damage, electricity on it. I don't know if he wants this, but I'm just gonna put it in there. Riven mod. It has crit damage on it. What else? See, he wants a Skoliak Riven 200. I don't know which Riven he wants, and he'll be like, okay, that's worth 200. Well, mine ain't worth no 200 because I have the two stats on. That's essential. I don't know what else you want, unless you want melee damage on top of everything else. That's like more rolls for me. I'm not gonna keep rolling my stuff. It's like you're gonna have to go at that on your own, bro. So I'm just gonna put that back in there. But it's mad early right now. And normally I don't even like going at the trade chat like this, but I'm showing you how trade chat is in real time regardless of the day. It depends. But on like 9 out of 10, the trade chat's gonna be like this. You're gonna have to be in there. You're gonna have to wait it out, see how the trade chat is, how it's flowing and all that stuff. So he says 30 plat. I'm not going to give him this for no 30 plat, because again, it's not even unrolled. And if it was unrolled with these stats and whatnot, it's like, whatever, it's darker. But again, I rolled it 5 times, and it's not like I'm giving this to him where it's veiled. So 30 plat, hell no. I'm not going to bother with that. I think he's just going off of the fact it's darker prime. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. He wants Ash. Here's the thing. I got two of these dual Ickers, and both of these have critical stats on it. This has crit damage, this has critical chance, but this has status on it as well. And you already know dual Ickers when it comes to status is flat crazy. But here it goes again. This has crit damage, but the attack speed is through the roof. So I could sell one of these, but I don't really need to because I have two builds that exploit both of these Rivens. So it's like, yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. This guy wants Maiming Strike for 280. See what I mean? How it goes up and down. Early on I said 400. But here's what I can do. As far as with Maiming Strike, I could say, want to sell Maiming Strike 350, 400. When you put it like this, it's like you giving them the range. 350 is the low I'll go, 400 is the high. So technically that's just a 50 plat difference. So even if somebody says 360, cool. 370, cool. It doesn't matter. I'm giving them that range to work with right there. So if you want it for 350, fine. If you want it for, even if it's 390, fine. You're within my range. I'm gonna see about this guy here. He wants Ancrios, and I put that in some time ago. He wants Ancrios. This guy wants Banshee. I'm gonna see if I can hit these dudes up. So it's like, now for me, it kind of picked up, because now people are putting in stuff that is like, okay, it has some form of relevancy. I'm gonna tell him no thank you. It's volted. See, this is the BS that I'm talking about. He's putting 40 plat for something that's been volted for a good period of time, because remember, it left with Rhino, which was last year. You gotta know when to say no thank you. You can't say yes to everything, because you're saying yes to everything is technically you're settling. Alright, he says how much for Banshee? I'm just gonna say 70 to him. As far as how awesome Banshee is, it's like, I should have just said 80, but whatever. Okay, he invited me, but here it goes again. I don't think this man has a dojo. He keeps inviting me. Dude, I'll do it. Because I don't think he doesn't have a dojo. He's inviting me to... it's like he's trying to invite me to the squad. Like we're trying to do a game. So it's like, I'm not going to accept it. I'll go to my dojo and I will sell him my Banshee. So here this goes. Within like 40, how long has this been going on? 43 minutes. So you're technically about to be like, this is like close to an hour. I sold Prime Continuity to that one dude for 30. I actually sold the Tigris for the Tigris barrel for 15, but I gave the 15 back because the guy wanted it for the Broken Catalyst that he technically forgot, but he's like, yo, I need it for the catalyst. So fine, I gave that back to him. Now I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna sell Banshee for 70, but also on top of that, the Helios that I sold for 25. So you're talking about the 25, the 30, and now this 70. So roughly this will be 125. The 70, the 30, and now this is gonna be the Banshee. So let me see if I have everything. Yeah, it's the chassis that's holding me back for Banshee anyway. I'm gonna have to go after that chassis at some point during the day, so I can make up for the set that I'm going to sell right now in front of you guys. So you're talking about the 70 and the 30. And the Helios that made 25. So just by within this session right here, I made 125, just 125 plat in 45 minutes. It's early in the morning, so it's not gonna go as swimmingly as I did last night, because trading last night was it was like I said, it was amazing. Trinities. I had 8 Trinity sets that I sold. Half of them was for 120 each. The other half was like 60, 80, all these weird numbers, but again, it wasn't like I was selling Trinity for like 40 plat or something. So it's like last night was just amazing. This guy wants prime continuity. Here it goes again. He's not being specific. Watch, I'm just gonna say prime continuity, and I'm just gonna hit him with a question mark. Because again, people are not being specific, and when you just put it like that, then he'll message you probably saying max or whatever. You didn't say that in the goddamn thing. All right, so he's look man. He's what is? Oh, he said thank you. Okay, he's mastery 9. Hold on, he wants prime continuity. He said 300. I don't know if he wants it max or if he wants it unranked. So I just invited him because again, it's like you say you want prime continuity, but he didn't specify if he wants it unranked or max. I'm gonna find out right here because I'm gonna put unranked and see what he's gonna say. Because this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. And see, he's only mastery 9. I don't even think he has 1,000,000 credits. He's thinking he could just get this right off the bat. I only have 4 trades left. Yeah, see? He thinks he could just get it right off the bat. So I'm just going to message him right here saying, you have low credits. Prime mods. You need 1 mil credits. And I'm not saying that what you call based on his mastery is like he doesn't know. The only thing he doesn't know is that he thinking he could just get a prime mod just like that. In order to get prime mods, you need 1,000,000 credits. So that 300 plat don't mean squat when it comes to prime mods. Because if you don't have the credits, you need to get credits, bro. It's just what it is. You need credits. So I'm gonna put, as far as with this, maiming strike, Argon scope. Well, I was about to put Argon strike, Argon scope. I'm just gonna put that there. I'm surprised this dude wants Rising Storm, but you know what? As far as with Rising Storm, it's the body count. I believe, yeah, body count, drifting contact made Rising Storm completely useless. Rising Storm. It made it so useless. Back then, when it first came out, everyone was using Rising Storm. Everyone was using Rising Storm. Because again, it extended the whole combo counter by 100% for it. It gives it like duration before it normally ticks out. But now you got those mods and it's like they technically killed in the augment. That was good for Ash with his Blaze Storm, but I mean, hey, it had its time and now it's gone. Transient Fortitude Max, Ceranos Lower Limb. He wants Volt Prime set. I don't know if that dude is still in. Yeah, he's not in here anymore. He wants to buy a gauntlet, hook a brother up. He's trying to sweet talk his way into I don't think you realize that, yo, that shit is hard to get. So, want to buy unrolled or bad Scoliac Riven? See, okay, you see, like that part right there. I don't know the definition of bad Scoliac in relation to him. Does he mean like channeling damage or some kind of weird stat that you will have on a Scoliac Riven that makes no sense? I don't know. People and their Rivens, as far as what they want on it, it's so out there. Yeah, he wants Loki's system for 75. Good luck with that. Let's go keep looking at the chat here. See if I could probably sell something. Actually, you know what I should have done? I should have keep putting in Helios sets. See if I could sell another Helios. Because Helios, like I said, you could sell it for 25 or 30. Depending on the person, you could sell it for that. Since I already sold one today already. Damn. I should have put that in. So you see Rhino Blueprint, Astral Autopsy. I think that's the mod you get from Saint Maris when you go into his little section of the relay. You go to the right side and you can pick that up from him. Vauban for 70. No. Vauban is at least 100 and up because all his parts are rare. Tigris Blueprint, Baza Riven. Arcane Awakening for 15. Also, what you could do as far as with making platinum is you can sell Arcanes. Since I just saw Arcane Awakening, the best Arcane to sell is Arcane Energize. As you see, some guy put Arcane Energize. He wants to buy 3 of those. Based on how the system is, Arcane Energize is still good, but based on how you could get your energy pretty much at will, though the thing that what Arcane Energize does is that it gives it to you in huge quantities depending on the chance, as far as 40% that it will proc, and you will get, instead of 70 per se, if you get 70 energy, it will probably proc and give you 140 energy. So it's still good at the end of the day. But if you're talking about, getting back your energy at will, you could be like, hey man, I could just sell my Arcane Energize and make an easy 3,000, roughly 3,000 plat from an Arcane Energize set. That's why people do those Jordis runs in order to get themselves an Arcane Energize. They're working on the Energize set, or they're trying to get at least one Arcane Energize. At least one will give you 300 plat. So I'm going to say Helios Prime, 30. This is another thing that I could sell too, but again, it's Kavasa Prime. Is it Kavasa Prime? Yeah, 25 plat. See, now that dude wants a Scoliac Riven. He puts it back yet again. Let me see this. I don't know if it's the same guy that I'll talk to today. Nah, it's not him. So I'm going to say Riven mod, and I'm going to put the Scoliac in there. Let's see. I'm going to see what he says in regards to this. He may just put that same 200 like he's been trying to get a Scoliac Riven for. I'm going to be like, nah, bruh. He wants to buy Serum Prime cheap. That dude wants body. Did he say he wants body count? Okay, he says how much. pretty much as far as with Saren, I normally sell her for 150, but I'm just gonna say 90 because I have 89 sets. I could get rid of 9 of them and I'll still be content with the 80 that I have, and I could still make bank off of Saren because, you know, Saren is who she is. She's awesome. So I have no problem holding on to my Saren sets. Like, the thing about it, as far as with trading, what you can use is time to your advantage. If you just hold on to your stuff long enough and pay attention as to what's going on in Warframe, trust me, you will find people that want certain things, and it's not because, oh, they're desperate. Well, you could say desperate, but the reason why they want it for this amount of plat or whatever is because so much time has passed and that not much people has put it in the chat. You just now put it in for a long period of time, and it's like, yo, time has been on your side, and now you use time to your advantage. It's like, you know what, let me put this in now. It's been like 4 or 5 months. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna see where people want for that. See, I knew he's gonna put 200. I told you. He just wants a Skoliak Riven. This is what it is. And it's like, pretty much on how mine is, it has slash and range. I'm not giving that to him because, again, how slash is now, remember, once you get a slash crit, that's a nasty slash proc. Alright, this dude wants a... Crap, I missed it. He wants a Gorgon Riven. Like I said, I have a Gorgon Riven on me. I don't care for it. So I'm just going to put that in there and see how much he wants for this Gorgon Riven. It has reload, punch through, heat. So, hey. I'll see how much he wants for this. I just put it in there to see what he'll actually say. That's if he does message me, that is. What else? That dude wants Brayton Prime for 15. I believe I have a Brayton, man. Is it Brayton Prime? I'm gonna put that in there and I'm gonna check to see if I actually have a Brayton set. Cause usually I'll be missing like a part or two. It's just kind of weird. Okay, so I do have a Brayton set. It's just that I only have one receiver. Alright, so I'm gonna invite him. You could actually make plat off of stuff that has been in the game since the end of time. Since the beginning, man. Like, the one thing that the one thing that changed the game completely is Rivens. And the reason for that is because they put Rivens in the game so that it could give low-tier weapons a chance to compete against the stronger high-tier weapons. Riven mods were not in the game to be intended to cater to strong weapons. It meant to be catered for the weak weapons. Brayton Prime, you got your Orthos up there and stuff with the whole slash and have more range, all this kind of stuff. Max Prime pressure point. That man is going in. Did that dude come in? Okay, yeah, he did. So, I'm going to wait on this guy. I only have a little bit of trades left anyway, so I think this may be my last trade. So, let me see. Yeah, I only have like 4 trades left. Alright, he already bought from somebody else. Alright, fine. Let me see. I made 125. So technically this would make 140. If I just add everything up because of this Brayton set that I'm going to sell to this guy. So, let me get that Brayton up in there. I'm gonna put that receiver first because it's the only receiver that I have. I don't want to mix up my stuff. Brayton Barrel. And I'm gonna put Brayton Stock. Just gonna put that up in there. So there goes 15. I'm gonna see where the chat is right now and stuff. If I don't get any more deals and so on, then it's like I'm just gonna call it right there because I believe it's been over an hour now and I made 140. People can't even make 140 in a day and I made it within an hour. I'm not trying to say that, yo, it's so easy, but again, it is so easy anybody can do it. But I'm just saying, if you just put the time in, you could just do this. You could get platinum at will, at your own time, at your own pace. It's all up to you in the end, how you approach the trade chat. If you approach it with this mindset that nobody's gonna buy my stuff, man, then don't bother going to trade chat then, because again, you have that mindset that like, yo, nobody's gonna buy my stuff. You'll be surprised. And speaking of switching regions, I could just do this right now. Just go to region, go to Europe, see if anybody's awake over there. And I can see there are people that are awake. So here's what I'm gonna do. Trinity Prime without chassis. Warframe set for 25. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Maiming Strike, Argon Scope, Helios Prime. I'm gonna put these in the whole quote thing. Have it like that. Maiming Strike, Argon Scope, Helios Prime. I'm gonna leave it just like that, and then I'll just let the chat keep going and stuff. So, like I said, Europe region is different. So it'll take some time for me to be messaged or whatever. Oh, he wants one of my glyphs and whatnot. I've been telling people this, and I'm gonna say it to him. All gone. He called me Mr. Kachi. It's all gone. I have no more glyph codes, and that's the funny part about all of this too. In the end, is that when I do have them, people come to me like in little droves and whatnot. But here it goes: when people want it, they'll message me. But when it's all gone, people come out of nowhere and be like, yo, let me get a code or whatnot. I was like, bro, you're too late. You're too late, bro. So, better luck next time, I guess. Okay, he said Orthos. I'm going to say 25 for it. And I'm going to look to see if I actually have an Orthos set, because I believe I've been picking up blades for that Orthos. So, I'm gonna see if I actually have an Orthos on me. Okay, I do. Oh, jeez, I only have... Alright, 2 blades, a handle, and a blueprint. Alright, I'm gonna tell him, no problem, I got you. I have the blueprint. I just need to give him the 2 blades and the handle. I'm just looking at the blueprint. I thought I had more blueprints, man. I'm like, wait a minute. This is another thing you could do. You could negotiate. He puts 15. I'm just going to put 20. Like I said, Riven has completely changed how Orthos is. Even though Orthos has been in the game for so long. But since with Rivens, they got it's been upped, you could say. So, he's coming in now. It seems like he wants it for the 20. So again, it's gonna be 5 plat off anyway. But again, I'm just getting the most out of the orthos in this exchange, just because of the fact is what I said. Riven mods completely changed the whole dynamic of weapons. So I'm just gonna wait for this dude to spawn in, and then I'll just give him the orthos. So here's another trade about to be complete. Yeah, orthos. It requires 2 blades, so I'm gonna knock off those blades right off the bat. I'm gonna give them the 2 blades. They need to see the most important stuff before you tend to anything else. So 2 blades, and then I'm gonna give them the handle. I think I just passed it. Yeah, there it goes. Let's look for handle. He puts 15. I'll just cancel it just to make him know that, like, yo, I said 20. He puts 15, I put 20. So I'm just gonna cancel it just to make him know. Okay, see? You gotta be firm in what you say and mean in the trade chat. You can't waver or falter when it comes to the trade. Even in negotiation, he said 15. I said, all right, you know what? I'll just put 20. So it's kind of like meeting them in the middle. So if they decide to do what this guy just did, he just put 15, just close the tab. Just close it, be like, you know what, I ain't BSing with this no more, I'm going to go somewhere else. So now he just says, okay. Because like I said, I have the set, I got you. Now you're trying to be, it's like you're trying to pick with me on this. I'm like, if you're trying to pick with me on this, then it's like, fine, I'll go somewhere else. It's orthos. I mean, what the hell? He says 1 second. While he's taking his second, even though the second has already passed, I'm like I said, just gonna go right back in here. Okay, now he's ready. Alright, so there that goes. Trade's complete. I thank him and just keep moving on. That's technically it. So done with that. Fleeting expertise, blind rage, stand united, rejuvenate. I actually have a stand united. To be honest with you, I have so many of those. I could be selling them off, but again, it's like, you know, stand united. You don't have to sell things all the time for a huge amount of plat. Just getting little plat over time, you will see the accumulation factor just kick in. Alright, so he says invite. How much trades I have left? I think I have like what? Yeah, see, I have 2 left. Practically when this trade is done, I'll just have 1 trade left. So that's like, I believe, yeah. After this, that's technically it. Because again, throughout the day, I'm not gonna be trading with anybody else. I'm gonna wait till the refresh so I can have my 24 trades in order to mess with. Because I can't do much now. I'm limited, as you see. So I'm just gonna leave it as this once I'm done with this trade, obviously. Alright, so there he goes. He said he want, okay, yeah, he said he want to stand united. It's an aura mod, in case y'all wondering. So go all the way to the side here, stand united. See, I have 15 of these. So again, I could keep selling stand uniteds for 15 plat. And you'd be like, yo, you made so much plat? It's like, yeah, and I was just selling stand united throughout the time. 15 plat a piece. So think about it, 15 stand uniteds for 15 plat each. And, you know, tell me how much plat you made off of stand united just by selling all of those. So that's technically it right there. I'm done with that. So just by those trades alone, I made like at least roughly 150, like at least roughly 150, 160 platinum. And it's only been an hour. But again, it's right now it's 9:08 in the morning. It hasn't It started to kick up a bit, but like I said, it's Thursday. It's one of those iffy days where trade chat will be up and down. You just have to know when it's up and know when it's down. So you could just be like, stop, I'm done with the trade chat. I'm gonna close this, go over to the recruiting side, run a couple missions. Once I'm done with the trade chat, I'm done with the trade chat. I don't even look at the damn thing. I just keep running fissure missions, or I just go play other games. Just so that you could alleviate yourself away from trade chat, because some people have the tendency of just staying in there, and they may not even get like at least a trade or two off. They'll just stay there, stay there, stay there. And it's like, have you made some form of platinum or any form of trade? You don't even have to make platinum in order for you to have a successful trade. You could do this, want to trade this for that, or trade a necro set for this set. And oh wow, it actually pressed. Wow. You could want to trade this for this, or you want to trade this weapon for this weapon, or trade this Riven for this Riven. If you had gotten something throughout your time in trade chat, then it's like a successful session depending on the person. For me, this was an okay session because again, it's early. People are now waking up. They're probably in that same lag or whatever. So you have to give them like at least 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at the very least. That's like in the afternoon time for people to get settled in, and they'll start going at the trade chat or going at the game, getting certain parts. They'll go in the trade chat, see if they could try to make something from this. So you gotta approach it like that, but you have to know the ups and downs per se as far as the pulse of the trade chat. You need to know the pulse of how it is, because just going in it blindly, it's like you don't know how it's actually going as of today, or how's it been going for the past week and all that stuff. So there's a lot to trade chat with instead of just, oh, let me just sell this and whatnot. I see this guy selling for this, fine. But as far as what people want at a particular time when it comes to selling things, there's a lot to go into. So that's pretty much it as far as with the video. I know this has been a long one. Like I said, this is like real time trade chat experience. I did this same thing a year and a half ago when it comes to how to make platinum, showing you how the trade chat works. It's the same thing, but it's different now because again, people go at the chat differently. You got the relic system, you got the Rivens now. The trade chat has completely changed because of how the game has transitioned and how it's changed. So as the game changes, the trade chat has changed as well. So you have to make the adjustment, you have to adapt to it, and you have to practically have to play chess as far as what to sell at a particular time. How much is it worth? How good is it in the game? So it influences the value of it too. And once you master all of that, you could be on this side and you could just tackle the trade chat and sell for whatever stuff regardless of the situation. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope this helps a lot as far as you making platinum in 2018. The core stuff remained the same. It's just that you have other stuff you have to take into consideration as far as with the trade chat, because it plays a role. And it's up to you to use that role to your advantage so you could get platinum, so you could use it for whatever it is that you need. So that's it right there, man, and I'm gonna talk to you guys later.